brownie. Oh my god.
Welcome to Mindo, guys. We're really excited to start exploring this little slice of Ecuador, but before we do, we just want to get one thing absolutely straight.
Make sure you bring enough cash to cover all your expenses whilst you're in Mindo, all your activities, food, anything you will need whilst you're staying here. Otherwise, you get stuck like us.
None of the ATMs here accept foreign international cards, even like foreign money cards that have like different currencies on them like ours. So we couldn't get any money out.
No.
We didn't come with very much cash at all. We couldn't get cash back at restaurants.
Our card didn't even work at a restaurant to pay by card. We nearly stayed there to do the washing up at the end.
We just had enough to cover
just
it.
had enough. John had to actually travel all the way back to Quito just to get money out and then travel all the way back again. So that was one full day wasted, pretty much.
Yeah, we had 3 full days here, but that
Yeah.
whole day was just gone then. So instead we only had 2 full days.
Learn from our mistakes
Yeah.
and bring enough cash to Mindo before you even come.
Now we're excited to go and start exploring Mindo. We're going to spend the first day here in Mindo exploring a place called the Waterfall Sanctuary.
Which is, surprise, surprise, got about 7 waterfalls at least you can see.
I think they're all free to access, but in order to get over to the Waterfall Sanctuary, you're going to need to take a cable car, a type of cable car called a tarabita, which we're kind of excited, a little nervous to take because it's on the photos, it looks a little crazy. I think it's like $5 each, and that gets you over to the waterfalls, which then you can walk around from. Crazy, it goes so fast, it's like 20 miles an hour.
That was faster than I thought it would be, honestly. It wasn't too bad because you're in a little like basket area or something. I feel like you're covered, but it's still fast. And I don't like zip lines and stuff like that, so at least it's over in like 2 minutes or something, so it's okay.
It's definitely a really fun experience. I really enjoyed it. It's like, yeah, doing a zip line, but you're just in a little box. Really
Which
unique.
I enjoyed more than if I were just hanging in the
But they
middle of
do
nowhere.
really zip you along. Kitty said if you don't like zip lines or stuff, at least it's over really quickly for you. Now that we're over here in the Waterfall Sanctuary, straight away you have a choice to make. Basically a choice of 3 different trails, different lengths, and varying amounts of waterfalls. 2 of the trails only have 1 waterfall at the end, and the other trail has like 5 of the waterfalls. I think we were the first to arrive. We're going to try and do the more popular ones, the ones closer to the Tarabita first, and then if we still feel like it later, we'll go to the one that's at the end of the long path. Apparently that one is supposed to be one of the better ones, so it's probably worth going. We'll just see how we feel after all the other ones. Waterfall number 1. Okay, 1 waterfall down. That one was Nabillo. Now we're heading over to the Sanctuary of Waterfalls, which is the trail where you get the 5 different waterfalls. So I'm hoping to do that one before more tourists come and it gets a bit busier.
So since we're in the cloud forest again, we completely feel like we're back in Costa Rica when we were hiking in Santa Elena and Monteverde cloud forest, which is really nice because we really enjoy the experience and we love being in the cloud forest. We feel like it's just giving you so much like energy, and we feel so calm just listening to the birds and the insects and the waterfalls. It's really nice to be back in here and not being afraid of eaten by an anaconda or something like we were in the Amazon.
I think this is a bonus waterfall. Bonus waterfall number 1. It's not on the map, so it's very small. Very hot, very muggy. Waterfall number 2. Waterfall number 3. I think this one you need to go swimming to see it properly. Might need to get wet feet to see this waterfall. Going the extra mile for you guys. Waterfall number 4. This water is really cold. Don't want to stay in it for too long. Nice waterfall though. Not braving it.
I trust you.
So just on our way to the 5th waterfall now. Trails are definitely very uneven and up and down. But you do have to, I think, have a moderate level of fitness to do this. So a lot of these waterfalls have like really cool little pools in front of them. So I would definitely recommend if you want to bring like your swimming gear. It's very refreshing just having your feet in. But if you had like your whole body under the waterfall, it'd be super refreshing because it gets really warm in this cloud forest. Okay, we're here and the trail continues over there. So we've got to get across this river somehow. Waterfall number 5. You have to cross this. Survive.
This rope was here and this is a bridge.
Yeah. It's actually surprisingly sturdy. Bridge doesn't even wobble at all, so pretty easy. Waterfall number 6, the final one on this trail. So we've just finished the 2nd waterfall trail. Best one if you just want to see lots of waterfalls, because there were tons. We're gonna make our way back to the cable car and then decide when we get there, see how we're feeling, whether we want to do the really long one up to the 1 waterfall or not. We'll see you there. We're doing it. We couldn't decide, so we flipped a coin and the coin came up tails, which meant that we are gonna go to the waterfall. Fingers crossed it's gonna be worth it. One thing we'd definitely recommend is coming as early as you can. I think the cable car opens at 8:30. We got here this morning around 8:40 and we were the first to arrive. We basically had the first 6 waterfalls all to ourselves, nobody around, and we took our time. Now as soon as we've got back to the cable car station, it's just constantly going back and forth with people, but they're all taking the main waterfall trail with all the waterfalls on. We're now on the quiet one that nobody really goes on. We've kind of missed all the people all day, which has been really nice. If you're looking for a quiet experience, come as early as you possibly can. This is not the waterfall. It's another bonus waterfall, but a pretty cool one. It's got its own little infinity pool. Kind of wish I brought my swimsuit now. Oh my gosh, guys. It's so worth doing this waterfall hike. Take a look at this amazing waterfall at the end. Holy moly.
I think somebody spent
You
a little bit
have to do this.
Too much time in the jungle.
Wow. Just kidding, guys. That's not really the waterfall. Check that out. Very cool. And waterfall number 7. And I think it's the best one. Was beginning to doubt whether the hike up was worth it. Totally worth it. Wow. Very, very cool waterfall. Definitely the highlight of all the waterfalls we've seen today. Highly recommend doing it if you have the time. So unfortunately, we weren't lucky and there were no taxis waiting for us after we got off the lift, which means we've got about a 10-kilometer walk all the way back to town.
Can't wait for that after been walking around for 5 hours.
But overall, really worth coming to the Waterfall Sanctuary.
Yeah.
It's like a really fun day out. You can make it as long or as short as you want to. We've got a few more exciting adventures planned. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Good morning to our second day here in Mindo, and today we came to the Butterfly Sanctuary. We actually went to one in Costa Rica and we really enjoyed it. It was very informative and so much fun. So we decided to come and check this one out and see how it compares. The first part of our tour was to see some of the different types of butterfly chrysalises, which ranged from beautiful big green ones to stunning little gold ones, and even ones shaped exactly like dead leaves. We were then let loose inside the huge butterfly sanctuary, armed with loads of rotten banana, which apparently is a butterfly's favourite food, to see if we could get some close encounters with these beautiful creatures.
So we're just leaving the Butterfly Sanctuary. It's definitely worth the price of admission. It was like $7.50 each.
Yeah, we had such a good time in there because the butterflies are all over. They've got loads of the blue moss one. We actually managed to take some really good photos, which we couldn't do in Costa Rica.
No.
That was definitely a big bonus.
Yeah, we're walking back into town now again, but I don't think it's as far as last time and it's flat. We've got one more activity planned here in Mindo for this afternoon, and we've definitely saved the tastiest till last.
Yeah.
Our final stop in Mindo was a chocolate tour at El Quetzal de Mindo, and it was by far the best chocolate tour we've done so far. We got to taste the cocoa plant seeds.
That's very nice.
We're given a tour of the grounds. Got to see the drying process in action. Got up close to the machines and people who help make the chocolate. And got to taste more types of chocolate than we really knew what to do with. So we got loads of different flavours. Very excited to try them all. And we've been left all on our own. Who's gonna stop us?
Chocolate. We can taste the flavour. I love dark chocolate, so for me the 85 is like really nice. Try the crunchy one. I like it.
Which one was your favourite?
I really like the coffee one.
I actually think I agree. I
really like the
salt
coffee and
pepper
salt and pepper.
Cafe.
And then the ginger, because I personally like ginger flavour. You can try the brownie. Oh,
Looks like a good brownie.
that looks like a good brownie. Oh my god. It's a really good
It's a
brownie.
melt in your mouth.
Yes, it does. Oh my god.
This paste is like super strong. It's 100% chocolate, like sticks to your mouth.
Now, I love dark chocolate, but without anything in it, like the 100%, it was still pretty strong.
Not a bad view either. Definitely a fun tour. You definitely get your tastings worth, but we're, I think, ready for something savoury now. We are sweeted out.
But one thing for sure, we won't need dessert today. After our initial money problems, we absolutely loved our time in Mindo. Being back in the cloud forest really felt like returning to Costa Rica, with the added benefit of everything being a little bit more affordable here in Ecuador. From exotic birds and plants to powerful waterfalls and crazy cable cars, plus the option for plenty more adventurous activities if you want them, we can highly recommend a visit to Mindo on your holiday in Ecuador. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.